You have the car, the phone, the followers, the job, the love, the dreams. So why do you still feel empty? Something is missing. Not out there, but inside. You scroll more, you buy more, you chase more, but the feeling never leaves. Let's take a journey together. A journey to the deep place inside you where peace has been hiding. We'll walk the Stoic path, not to become more, but to become whole. The illusion of everything. You were told if you had it all, you'd feel full. They said success would complete you, but they forgot to mention, the soul is not fed by things. Seneca said, "It is not the man who is too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." You can have a mansion and feel homeless. You can wear gold and feel worthless, because having everything outside means nothing when you're empty inside. The chase that never ends. You run every day, running to catch something, but you never really know what it is. More likes, more praise, more love, but once you catch them, the feeling fades. Why? Because the chase is a trap, and the moment you stop chasing, you finally see what was here all along. Stillness, numbing the noise. The world screams loud. Be more, do more, have more. So you drown in noise. But silence scares you, because in the silence, the emptiness echoes louder. That's why you scroll at night. That's why you can't sleep. Not because you're bored, but because deep inside, something is calling you back home. When the soul starves, you feed the body. But when did you last feed the soul? We eat food, but never wisdom. We lift weights, but never burdens. We look in mirrors, but not within. No wonder the soul feels weak. No wonder cries. What if emptiness isn't a sign you're broken, but a signal that your soul is starving for truth? The lie of more money, more followers, more attention. They promised these would make you whole. But more is a hole that never fills. It keeps expanding. It keeps asking for more. The Stoics learned this. Peace is not found in addition, but in subtraction. You are not your stuff. You are not your house. You are not your clothes. You are not your status. Those are wrappers. But your true self? That's beneath all the packaging. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Strip it all away, and what remains is the real you, still worthy, still whole, still enough. The mask you wear, we all wear masks. Smiling on the outside, broken on the inside. You show strength online, but cry alone. You say, I'm fine, when you're not, but healing starts when we take the mask off, not for everyone, just for yourself. Look in the mirror and say, I want to be real. True riches. You've been rich in things, but poor in meaning. Stoics taught, true wealth is found in virtue, in character, in integrity, in calm. You don't need a bigger bank. You need a deeper life. What really matters? Think of your last happy memory. Was it money or a moment? A hug, a walk, a laugh. The richest parts of life are free. The Stoics called these things inner riches. They don't shine, but they last. The first step to wholeness. So what now? Where do you begin? Here's how. Pause, breathe, look inside. Ask, what am I really missing? Not out there, but in here. That question is your path home. The trap of comparison. You see others shining. They look happy. They look whole. So you feel behind. You feel not enough. But you only see their highlight reel, not the silent battles, not the nights they cried. Comparison is a thief. It steals your peace. It blinds you from your own blessings. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Stay in your lane. You are not late. You are on your way. The silent cry of the heart. Your heart speaks. But do you listen? It doesn't shout. It whispers. I need rest. I need honesty. I need peace. But noise drowns it. Busyness hides it. Stop running. Sit in the silence. And listen. That's where healing begins. The peace of letting go. You carry so much. Old pain, old shame, old guilt. But what if you just let go? You are not what happened. You are not what they said. You are not your past. Letting go is not giving up. It's freeing yourself. As the Stoics taught, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca, drop the weight, walk lighter. Control versus surrender. You want control over life, over people, over outcomes. But control is an illusion. You can't control the waves, but you can learn to surf. The dichotomy of control says, focus only on what's within your power. Let go of the rest. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. Why you can't buy fulfillment. You bought the thing. It felt good for a minute. Then the emptiness came back. Because fulfillment doesn't come from buying. It comes from becoming. Becoming kind. Becoming disciplined. Becoming true to yourself. No store sells that. Only you can build it. The return to self. You've been running from yourself. Trying to be what the world wants. But what about what you want? What about who you are? Return to your values, to your truth, to your center. You are not empty. You're just lost in noise. Come home, finding meaning in pain. Pain hurts, but it also teaches. What did your emptiness teach you? What did your heartbreak show you? Maybe it revealed who you are, what you need, what you deserve. The Stoics never ran from pain. They welcomed it, because pain is the fire that forges a soul, rebuilding from within. You don't fix emptiness with stuff. You fill it with strength. Build habits. Build purpose. Build love, starting with yourself. The outside world will always shift, but your inner foundation, that can stay solid. One thought at a time. One breath at a time. The power of presence. You live in the past. You fear the future. But the present, that's where life lives. Right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow. This breath, this moment, that's where peace hides. Wake up to now, and you'll feel alive again. You were never empty. The world told you. You're not enough, but they lied. You are full of light, full of love, full of potential. You were never empty. You were just looking in the wrong place. It was always inside you, waiting. Welcome home. Stillness speaks. Stillness feels scary at first, because it brings you face to face with yourself. But in stillness, you hear truth. You feel peace. You meet the real you. Marcus Aurelius sat with silence, and he found power there. Stillness isn't doing nothing. Stillness is doing everything for your soul. What you run from stays. The pain you avoid, it waits. It hides. It grows. Until you face it. Until you feel it. The Stoics said, don't wish for things to be easier. Wish for yourself to be stronger. Run toward your shadows. That's how you dissolve them. The mirror never lies. Look at yourself. Not your clothes. Not your smile. But deep into your choices. Your values. Your truth. Ask, am I living like the person I want to be? Honesty hurts, but it heals faster than lies. The freedom of simplicity. Complex life. Complicated mind. Heavy heart. But when you simplify, the weight lifts. One decision. One value. One truth. The Stoics lived with less, but they felt more. Freedom doesn't come from having more. It comes from needing less. The quiet power character. Fame fades. Money moves. Looks change. But character? It's forever. Kindness. Courage. Honesty. Discipline. Those are your real riches. The Stoics knew a strong soul can't be shaken. The inner garden. Imagine your soul is a garden. What have you been planting? Doubt? Fear? Anger? Or love? Gratitude? Truth? Every thought is a seed. Every choice waters it. Tend your inner garden, and life blooms from within. Enough is a decision. You keep waiting to feel full, but fullness doesn't arrive. It's declared. You say it, I am enough. I have enough. I do enough. That's where peace begins. Seneca said, To be content with little is true wealth. You don't need more. You just need to notice what's already here. Purpose over pleasure. Pleasure fades fast. Purpose stays forever. You scrolled. You laughed. Then you felt empty again. But when you help someone, when you grow, when you align with your soul, that fills the void. Purpose makes the heart feel full, even in pain. Real connection, not just contact. You text, you like, you follow, but do you feel seen? Do you feel known? Real connection takes presence, time, truth. Talk to someone without checking your phone. Ask how they really are. Listen. That's the kind of bond that heals the heart, the return to wholeness. Here we are. The journey is long, but you're not empty. You're becoming whole, not by adding more, but by remembering who you are. A soul, a light, a life worth living. When you return to yourself, you return to peace. And finally, you feel full. The myth of arrival. You tell yourself, when I get there, I'll be happy. When I have that, I'll feel full. But every time you arrive, the emptiness follows. Because joy isn't at the finish line. It's in the steps. It's in the struggle. The Stoics never chase arrival. They embrace the now. You don't need to reach something. You just need to wake up to what's already here. Embracing the mess. Life is messy. So are you, but that's okay. Because beauty lives in the cracks. Growth rises from the chaos. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be real and brave enough to begin again. Stoicism teaches us not to avoid storms, but to stand tall in the middle of them. Stop apologizing for who you are. You bend, you shrink, you hide. But why? To please people who still won't see you? Own your voice. Own your space. Own your scars. Seneca said, "Let others see us as we are." You are not too much. You are just right for the right path. Burn the mask. You wear it every day. The smile, the strength, the act. But under it, you're tired. You're aching. You're real. The Stoics spoke often of authenticity. Let the mask fall. Let your soul breathe. People don't love perfection. They love what's true. Your pain is not your identity. You've been hurt, but you are not your wounds. You are the healing, the rising, the courage that came after. Don't let one chapter define your whole book. Your story is still being written, and you hold the pen, the strength and vulnerability. They told you, don't cry, don't feel, be strong. But real strength, it's not cold, it's not hard, it's open, it's honest. Marcus Aurelius cried. He wrote his fears, and he ruled an empire with wisdom and heart. You don't need a shield. You need a soul, the daily rebuild. You broke down yesterday, but today you rebuild. Not fast, not flashy, but steady, brick by brick, breath by breath. Each small habit, each honest choice. It builds a future where emptiness can't live. Your thoughts are not facts. You think it, I'm not enough. I'm a failure. But thoughts lie. Feelings pass. You don't have to believe every voice in your head. You can pause. Question. Choose again. The Stoics practice this. It's called cognitive distance. Seeing the thought, but not being the thought. Serving others to save yourself. Struggling? Help someone. Lost? Lift someone. When you give love, you feel love. Even in your emptiness, you can feel someone else. And somehow, that light comes back to you. The quiet return to wholeness. No explosions. No miracles. Just one quiet moment where something inside shifts. You don't chase anymore. You don't beg for peace. You realize you are the peace. You are the enough. You are the answer. And just like that, the emptiness is gone. Stop trading peace for approval. You want them to like you. You want them to say you're enough. So you change. You hide. You perform. But every time you do, you lose a piece of your peace. The Stoics didn't live for praise. They lived for truth, for integrity, for freedom. Let go of the need to be liked. Start choosing the peace of being real. The scar is the proof you survived. You try to cover your pain, but the scar is not shame. It's proof. Proof you got through it. Scars speak of battles won. They are medals of survival. Don't hide them. Honor them. Every crack in your soul is a place where the light entered. The beauty of ordinary moments. You scroll past sunsets. You skip past smiles. You wait for the big thing. But life is made of little things. The quiet coffee. The kind word. The breeze on your skin. The Stoics knew a wise life is one that sees the sacred in the simple. Don't confuse distraction with fulfillment. You binge shows. You scroll endlessly. You buy things you don't need. And still, you feel empty because distraction isn't healing. It's just silence with noise. Real fulfillment is quiet, grounded, deep, unplug, come back to your breath. That's where the fullness is. Your value was never in the mirror. The body changes. The face changes. But your soul, it holds the same light. You are not your reflection. You are the reflection of something eternal. Seneca said, "It is not the man who is too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Stop measuring your worth by appearance. Your beauty is within. Presence is the real superpower. You worry about tomorrow. You replay yesterday. And life passes by, unfelt, unseen. Presence is the portal. It's where joy lives, where peace breathes, where meaning is born. The Stoics practice this. What is present is enough. Be here now. That's where the healing begins. Grateful, even for the hard days. Gratitude isn't only for the good days. It's also for the hard ones. Because the pain taught you. The loss shaped you. The silence grew you. Write down 3 things today. Even if life feels heavy. The Stoics found peace by giving thanks. Even when it hurt. You were never broken, just buried. You think you're broken. But you're not. You were just buried. Under expectations. Under pain. Under noise. But the seed grows in darkness. So, you're not broken. You're blooming. And now, you rise. The soul needs meaning, not more. More stuff, more status, more noise. But still, the soul whispers, "Why am I here?" Meaning fills what money can't. Service, growth, truth. That's what the soul craves. And when you give it that, the emptiness ends. Becoming the one you were looking for. All this time, you search for someone to save you, to complete you, to make you whole. But the one you were waiting for was always you, the wise one, the kind one, the strong one, the real one. The journey ends where it began, inside you, the strength in letting go. You hold tight to things that no longer serve you, the past, the grudges, the pain. But in letting go, you become light. You make space for something new. The Stoics practice release, not as weakness, but as strength. To let go of control is to take control of your peace. The power of saying no. You say yes to everyone. You say yes to everything. Until you're exhausted. But your soul needs rest. Your heart needs boundaries. The Stoics knew you cannot be everything to everyone, but you can be everything to yourself. Say no and say yes to peace. You are not your mistakes. You trip, you fall, you mess up, but these moments don't define you. They are lessons, not labels. Epictetus said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond. Rise, not in perfection, but in strength from the fall. The inner calm in chaos. The world spins fast. The noise is deafening. But inside, you can be still." The Stoics called this inner calm, the ability to choose peace in the middle of a storm. Take a breath. You are not what's happening around you. You are what happens within you. Your story is not over yet. You feel lost. You feel stuck. But this is not the end. This is the middle. This is the part where you grow. The chapters you're living now will shape the chapters to come. Keep writing. Keep breathing. Keep becoming. What you fear isn't as strong as you. Fear has no power unless you give it one. It whispers. You can't do it. You're not enough. But every time you face it, you grow stronger. Seneca said, "The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. Fear only holds power in tomorrow. Today, you are stronger. The freedom and acceptance. Fighting life flow only exhausts you. Resisting reality drains you. Acceptance isn't weakness. It's strength. To accept is to stop struggling against what cannot be changed. To accept is to step into peace. The Stoics practice acceptance. They learn to love what they can control and let go of the rest. The gifts of suffering. You don't want pain. You avoid it. You fight it. But suffering is a teacher. It shapes your soul. It strengthens your character. The Stoics saw suffering not as punishment, but as opportunity for growth. The hard days are your forge, and from them you emerge stronger. The power of a quiet mind. The noise never stops. The distractions keep coming. But inside your mind, you can choose silence. Stillness is where the answers lie, where wisdom whispers, where peace rests. Train your mind to be quiet, and in that silence, you'll find everything you need. Fullness comes from within. You search outside for meaning. You searched outside for joy. But the truth is, it was inside you all along. The Stoics said, happiness depends upon ourselves. You already have everything you need to feel full, to feel whole, to feel complete. The art of inner peace. The world is loud. It's chaotic. It's always pulling at you. But your peace isn't something that comes from the outside. It's something you create. It's not about avoiding the noise. It's about learning to remain calm in the midst of it. The Stoics mastered the art of peace. And you can too. Releasing the need for perfection. You chase perfection like a carrot on a string. You think if you get it, you'll be happy. But perfection is a myth. It's a trap. It's the enemy of progress. The Stoics didn't seek perfection. They sought virtue. They sought wisdom. They sought to do their best. But with humility, let go of the need for perfect. Be real. Be enough. Letting go of the need for approval. You live for their applause, their approval. But every time you get it, it doesn't fill you. The truth is, you will never be enough for everyone. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Don't waste time on what other people think of you. Live according to your own truth. Start living for you, not for the crowd. The weight of expectations. You carry the weight of the world, the weight of everyone's expectations. But whose life is this? Whose path are you walking? Let go of the expectations that weigh you down. Live your life, not the one others have drawn for you." The Stoics believed in self-reliance. Find your own way and walk it boldly. From striving to being. You strive. You hustle. You push forward. But when was the last time you just were? The Stoics knew that true happiness isn't about what you achieve. It's about who you become. Stop chasing. Start being. You already have enough to be at peace. You are already enough. The beauty in simplicity. You complicate life. You fill it with things that don't matter. You chase the next big thing. But the beauty of life is in the simple moments. A quiet morning. A warm cup of tea. A smile from a stranger. The Stoics lived simply. They sought peace in the basics. And they found fulfillment in the simplicity of the present moment. The power of reflection. You're always moving, always chasing, always looking forward. But what if the answers are behind you? The Stoics practice reflection. They look back, not to dwell on the past, but to learn from it. Take a moment each day to reflect, to understand, to grow. Your past is your greatest teacher. The power of saying enough. You always want more. More success, more praise, more stuff. But when will it be enough? The Stoics taught that contentment isn't in more. It's in recognizing you already have enough. Say enough when you feel the need to chase. And in that moment, you'll find peace. True riches are within. You think riches are in your bank account, in your possessions, in what you can show the world. But the real riches are inside. The Stoics believe that wisdom, virtue, and peace are the greatest treasures. And they can't be stolen. They can't be lost. True wealth is a peaceful heart, a clear mind, and a life of purpose. You are enough right now. You keep thinking you need to be better, to be more, but you are enough right now. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do more. You just need to be here. The Stoics understood that life is about being, not achieving, not proving. You are enough, just as you are. The power of silence. The world is loud, but your soul craves silence. In the quiet, you hear your truth. You hear your heart. You hear your purpose. The Stoics valued silence, not as absence, but as presence. Don't fear the quiet. It's where you find your answers. You can't control everything. You try to control it all. The people, the outcomes, the future. But life isn't a puzzle to solve. It's a journey to experience. The Stoics understood. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Release the need to control. Find peace in what you can change, and let the rest go, the freedom and forgiveness. You hold grudges. You nurse the wounds. But every moment spent in anger is a moment stolen from your peace. The Stoics knew the power of forgiveness. It's not for them. It's for you. Let go of the hurt. Free yourself. Forgiveness is the key to freedom. Real joy is simple. You look for joy in big things, in achievements, in status, in things. But joy is in simple things. A laugh with a friend, a quiet walk in nature, a moment of stillness. The Stoics knew that joy wasn't about external success. It was about finding contentment in the present moment. Real joy is simple, and it's already here. Your journey is unique. You compare yourself to others. You look at their lives and think, why don't I have that? But your journey is yours alone. The Stoics believed in following your path, no matter how different it might look. Don't measure your worth by someone else's life. Walk your own path. That's where your true fulfillment lies. The courage to be yourself. You hide who you really are. You try to be someone you're not. But the world doesn't need another copy. It needs you. The Stoics taught that to be virtuous. You must be true to yourself. Stop pretending. The world will be better when you're just you, the real you, the power of stillness. You keep moving. You keep running. But where are you rushing to? The Stoics knew that stillness was where wisdom grew, where understanding took root. Pause. Breathe. Let the world keep spinning. In the stillness, you find yourself. Life is now, not later. You think happiness is somewhere down the road, when you reach the goal, when you achieve success. But the truth is, the present moment is all you have. The Stoics lived in the now. They didn't wait for the perfect time. They made peace with the present. Start now. Find joy in the moment. You are not alone. You feel like no one understands. You feel like you're alone in this world. But you're not. We're all in this together. The Stoics practiced community. They knew that sharing the human experience was the key to peace. You are not alone. We are all walking this journey together. The meaning of life is simple. You search for meaning in complex things, in achievements, in wealth, in success. But the meaning of life is simple. It's to be kind. It's to love. It's to grow. The Stoics understood that a meaningful life isn't about what you do. It's about how you live. Choose simplicity. Choose kindness. That's where meaning lies. The power of purpose. You wander through life searching for meaning. But the truth is, meaning doesn't come from outside. It comes from within. The Stoics knew that your purpose isn't something you find. It's something you create. Your purpose is to live in alignment with your values, to act with integrity, to serve others. Purpose isn't about what you do. It's about why you do it. Stop waiting for permission. You wait for others to tell you it's okay. You wait for their approval. But your life is yours to live. You don't need anyone's permission to be great. The Stoics didn't wait for permission to be virtuous, to live with purpose. They just did it. Stop waiting. Start living. Grow through adversity. You run from discomfort. You avoid the hard things. But growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in the struggle. The Stoics knew that hardship was an opportunity, not a setback. Embrace the tough times. They are shaping you into something stronger, something better. Focus on what you can control. You worry about what you can't control. You stress about the future. But stress doesn't change the outcome. It only steals your peace. The Stoics practice focusing on what they can control. Their thoughts, their actions, their responses. Let go of the rest. And find peace in what you can change. The freedom of simplicity. You fill your life with distractions. You fill your mind with noise. But the more you add, the emptier you feel. The Stoics live simply. They believe that peace comes not from more, but from less. Remove the unnecessary and make space for what truly matters. Practice gratitude every day. You focus on what's missing, what you don't have. But what about what you already have? The Stoics practice gratitude daily. They reminded themselves of the blessings they already had. Gratitude turns what you have into enough. It fills the emptiness with appreciation. Start today. Appreciate what's already in your life. The illusion of tomorrow. You live for the future. You believe tomorrow will bring you peace. But tomorrow is never promised. It's always a step away. The Stoics focus on today, on making today meaningful, on living today with purpose. Tomorrow will come, but today is where your power lies. The strength of vulnerability. You hide your weaknesses. You pretend to be invincible. But real strength comes from vulnerability. It comes from being open. The Stoics knew that strength isn't in hiding. It's in embracing your true self, with all your flaws, with all your pain. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the truest form of courage, the beauty of small wins. You're waiting for the big breakthrough, the massive success. But the truth is, success isn't just in the big moments. It's in the small wins. The Stoics believed in focusing on progress, not perfection. Celebrate the small victories. They add up to something bigger. Let go of comparison. You compare yourself to others. You see their highlight reels and feel like you're falling behind. But comparison is the thief of joy. The Stoics knew that your journey is unique. Your path is your own. Stop comparing. Start living your life. You are exactly where you need to be. You are not your thoughts. You let your thoughts define you. You believe every thought is truth, but your thoughts are just thoughts. They are not you. The Stoics understood that thoughts come and go. They're like clouds passing through the sky. Don't let your thoughts control you. Observe them. Let them pass. And stay grounded in who you truly are. Be present with your pain. You run from pain. You numb it. You avoid it. But pain is a part of life. It is an opportunity to grow. The Stoics didn't shy away from pain. They faced it with courage. They saw it as a teacher, not an enemy. Be present with your pain. It holds the key to your transformation, the power of discipline. You lack discipline. You give in to impulses. You let distractions pull you off course. But discipline is freedom. It's the ability to focus on what truly matters. The Stoics practiced discipline in every area of their lives. It was a foundation of their peace and wisdom. Discipline gives you control, and control gives you peace. Let go of the need to be right. You fight to be right. You argue. You try to prove your point. But being right doesn't always lead to peace. Sometimes it's better to be kind than to be right. The Stoics understood the value of humility. They knew that being right wasn't as important as being virtuous. Let go of the need to be right. Focus on being wise and kind. Learn to trust yourself. You doubt yourself. You second-guess every decision. But the Stoics believed in self-trust. They believed in their ability to choose wisely, even when the path was unclear. Learn to trust yourself. You have the wisdom within you. You just need to listen. The joy of service. You look for joy in what you can get, but the true joy is in what you can give. The Stoics believed that serving others was the highest form of living. It was a source of fulfillment, a source of meaning. Give without expecting anything in return. You'll find joy that no material possession can give. The strength in solitude. You fear being alone. You crave constant connection. But solitude is where you meet yourself. It's where you hear your inner voice. It's where you grow. The Stoics understood the power of solitude. It was their time to reflect, to learn, and to grow. Learn to be comfortable with yourself. In solitude, you find strength. Your legacy starts now. You think your legacy is something distant, something you'll build in the future. But your legacy starts today. It's in the choices you make. It's in how you treat others. The Stoics believed in living with integrity. Your legacy is built every single day by the person you choose to be. Stop chasing happiness. You chase happiness. You think it's somewhere out there, in accomplishments, possessions, or praise. But happiness isn't something you chase. It's something you create. The Stoics knew that true happiness wasn't the things you acquire. It was in the way you live. It was in being at peace with yourself. Stop chasing. Start being happy now. You have everything you need. You think you need more. More money, more success, more things. But the truth is, you already have everything you need. The Stoics believed in contentment. They understood that peace comes not from the outside, but from within. You have enough. You are enough. The courage to let go. You hold on to things you don't need. Old grudges, toxic relationships, unfulfilled dreams. But letting go is not weakness. It's strength. The Stoics knew that true freedom came from releasing the past. They understood that only by letting go could you embrace the present. Let go. Release what doesn't serve you. Make space for what truly matters. The value of reflection. You rush through life, never taking time to reflect. But reflection is the key to growth. It's how you learn from your mistakes. It's how you grow wiser with each experience. The Stoics reflected daily. They asked themselves, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? Make time to reflect. It will lead you to deeper understanding. Let go of expectations. You expect too much. From others. From life. But expectations often lead to disappointment. The Stoics believed that the best way to live was to release expectations and accept things as they come. Live with acceptance. Embrace what comes your way, and you'll find peace, not frustration. Find strength in vulnerability. You hide your weaknesses. You build walls around your heart. But the Stoics knew that true strength came from embracing vulnerability. It's not about being perfect. It's about being honest, real, and open. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It's the strongest thing you can do. The power of small actions. You want big results. But big results don't happen overnight. They come from small actions, repeated consistently. The Stoics knew that the path to virtue was made up of small, daily choices. It wasn't about one big moment, but about living with integrity every day. Start small. The small actions add up to something great. Choose your company wisely. You surround yourself with people who drain you, who discourage you, who hold you back. But your company matters. The people you spend time with influence who you become. The Stoics believed in surrounding themselves with virtuous people who challenge them to be better. Choose your company wisely. They shape your future. The wisdom of patience. You want everything now. You want instant results. But patience is a virtue. The Stoics practiced patience, understanding that all things take time. They knew that growth, wisdom, and peace weren't achieved overnight. Be patient with yourself, and trust that the journey is as important as the destination. Practice self-compassion. You're too hard on yourself. You beat yourself up for every mistake. But self-compassion is not weakness. It's the key to growth. The Stoics practiced kindness toward themselves. They recognized their imperfections, but they didn't let those imperfections define them. Be kind to yourself. You're doing the best you can. Stop chasing external validation. You seek validation from others. You look for approval. You want to be seen and admired. But external validation is fleeting. It can never fill the emptiness you feel. The Stoics knew that true worth comes from within. You don't need anyone's approval to be worthy. You are already enough. The peace and acceptance. You resist what is. You fight against reality. But peace comes when you stop fighting. The Stoics believed that acceptance was the key to peace. Acceptance of what is without resistance. Stop fighting. Accept the present moment and you'll find peace in the midst of chaos. The freedom of letting go of control. You try to control everything, the people around you, the outcomes of your efforts. But control is an illusion. The only thing you can truly control is yourself. The Stoics knew that peace comes from letting go of the need to control everything. They understood that accepting uncertainty is the true path to freedom. Let go of control. Find freedom and surrender. Embrace the present moment. You're always looking ahead, living in the future. But the present is all you ever truly have. The Stoics focus on the present moment. They believe that the only time you can live fully is now. Be here, now. Embrace the present, and the emptiness will fade. The power of saying no. You say yes to everything. You take on too much. But saying yes to everything is saying no to yourself. The Stoics believe in the power of saying no. They knew that to live a meaningful life, you have to protect your time, your energy, your peace. Learn to say no. It's a powerful way to say yes to what truly matters. Finding joy in the journey. You focus too much on the destination, on the end goal, but joy isn't found at the finish line. It's found in the journey. The Stoics embraced every step, every challenge, every lesson. Find joy in the process. That's where the real magic happens. The wisdom of silence. You talk too much. You fill every silence with words. But silence is where wisdom grows. It's where you hear your own thoughts. It's where you can truly listen. The Stoics valued silence. They use it to reflect, to observe, to grow. Embrace silence. It will bring you peace and clarity. Don't fear change. You fear change. You resist the unknown. But change is the only constant in life. The Stoics understood that change was natural. They welcomed it, knowing that it was an opportunity for growth. Don't fear change. Embrace it. It's where transformation happens. The gift of a simple life. You chase after more. You think more is better. But a simple life is a peaceful life. The Stoics lived simply. They focused on what was essential, what brought true joy. Simplify your life. You'll find peace in simplicity, the strength of being present. You're always thinking about the past or the future. You're never truly here. But true strength lies in being fully present, in being where you are with who you are. The Stoics focused all their energy on the present moment. They understood that life is lived in the now. Be present. That's where strength is found. Stop seeking perfection. You strive for perfection. You think you must be flawless. But perfection is a myth. It doesn't exist. The Stoics didn't seek perfection. They sought virtue. They understood that imperfection is part of being human. Let go of perfection. Embrace the journey, flaws and all. You are already whole. You feel like something is missing. You think you need more to be complete. But the truth is, you are already whole. The Stoics believe that we already possess everything we need to live a virtuous, meaningful life. You don't need anything more. You are enough, just as you are. The mirror of success. Sometimes, success doesn't show you who you are. It shows you who you're pretending to be. You climb the ladder, and then you see you place it against the wrong wall. That emptiness you feel, it's your soul whispering, "This isn't me." When you forget what matters, the world tells you what to want. Fame, likes, power. But inside, your heart wants peace. Your soul wants quiet. The Stoics say, know yourself. Want less. That's how you begin to feel whole again. The sadness behind the smile. You laugh with friends. You post happy pictures. But no one knows the war inside. Even kings wear masks. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be straight, not straightened. Don't fake it. Face it. When the applause fades, the crowd cheers. They say you're great. But when the lights go off, you're alone." Seneca said, "The soul should be dyed with the color of its thoughts." What you think in silence, that's who you are. That's what needs healing. The soul craves meaning. Not more stuff. Not more praise. Meaning. A reason to wake up. A reason to fight. A purpose that fills the space inside. Not with noise, but with direction. Find your reason, or the emptiness will stay. Stop running. You run from one thing to the next. Work. goals, distractions. But peace never comes from escape. It comes from acceptance. The Stoics didn't run from life. They met it. Face your pain. That's how it ends. Learn to sit with emptiness. Most people fear silence. They run from it. But silence is your friend. It teaches. It heals. Sit with your emptiness. Listen to it. It's not there to punish you. It's there to wake you up. Your worth is not out there. You are not your money. You are not your looks. You are not your followers. You are your choices. You are your courage. Epictetus said, know first who you are. Everything else comes second. Let go of the chase. Let go, not of dreams, but of need. Needing to prove, needing to please, needing to be seen. You already are. Let go and feel light again. That's freedom. That's peace. Real success is inner stillness. Not more, not louder. Just still, a calm heart, a mind that sees clearly. That's the prize. And the Stoics knew, if you win everything but lose yourself, you've lost everything. The illusion of more. You keep chasing more. More money, more praise. But more is a trap. The moment you get it, your heart whispers, what's next? True joy isn't in more. It's in enough. And enough lives inside you. The weight you carry isn't yours. You feel heavy, but some of that pain doesn't belong to you. It's the world's voice, their expectations, their noise. Let go of what's not yours. Carry only what's true. No one can fill the hole but you. You can have love, fame, followers, but no one can complete you. That's your job. The Stoics believed you are enough. Fixing your inside. That's what makes life whole. Find the fire again. When did you stop dreaming? When did life become just survival? That emptiness you feel? It's your soul missing its spark. Find what lights you up. Not for money, not for fame, just for you. The stillness that heals. You don't need another goal. You need stillness, space to breathe, time to feel. Marcus Aurelius said, nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Go there, often, heal the inner child. That empty feeling? Sometimes it's a child in you, hurt, unheard, unseen. Talk to them, love them, let them know, I see you now. I won't leave you again. That's how the healing starts. Real love begins with you. Looking for love outside? It's never enough. Not until you love you. Not the fake version, but the real one. Flawed, growing, honest. Love yourself first. Then the emptiness is no room to stay. The courage to slow down. In a world that runs, slowing down is brave. Rest isn't laziness. It's wisdom. When you stop rushing, you finally hear your own heart. And what it says, that's the truth you've needed. You are not broken. Feel empty? That doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're human. You've been strong too long. You've carried too much. It's okay to pause. It's okay to cry. You're not broken. You're becoming. Choose wholeness over noise. The world is loud, but your healing is quiet. You won't find it in the scroll, the likes, the noise. You'll find it in silence, in truth, in choosing peace. Every single day. You can't heal in hiding. You try to hide your pain. You smile. You push through. But hiding doesn't heal you. The Stoics face pain. They didn't run from it. Let yourself feel. That's where the healing begins. The danger of a numb life. You feel nothing. Not happy. Not sad. Just flat. That's not peace. That's numbness. And numbness is a warning. You're not living. You're avoiding. It's time to feel again, even if it hurts. Build a life that feels like you. You build a life for others, to impress, to please. But is it really you? The Stoics taught, lie by your nature, not their rules. Build again, this time for you. The power of saying no. You say yes too much. Yes to things you hate. Yes to people who drain you. But every yes to them is a no to yourself. Say no. Protect your peace. You don't need to be strong all the time. You carry it all. You never complain. But even stone breaks. Even the strongest need rest. Courage is not never falling. It's standing again gently. Don't confuse loneliness with emptiness. Feeling empty doesn't always mean you're alone. And being with people doesn't mean you're full. True connection starts inside. Sit with yourself. Be your own friend first. Every scar has a story. Your pain? It taught you. Your scars? They show you lived. The Stoics believed. Nothing bad happens if it teaches you. Honor the scars. They're proof you kept going. Stop waiting to feel ready. You wait to feel strong, to feel certain. But that day may never come. The Stoics acted, even in fear. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to begin. You were never meant to be perfect. Perfection is a lie. You chase it and feel emptier every time. The Stoics valued growth, not flawlessness. Be better, not perfect. That's enough. Peace is built, not found. You search for peace in people, in places, but peace isn't found. It's built, choice by choice, breath by breath. Build it slowly. That's how you become whole again. The soul gets tired too, not just your body. Your soul can feel tired from pretending, from holding in pain. Rest doesn't just mean sleep. It means being real again. You don't need to prove anything. You keep trying to prove your worth. To them, to yourself. But the Stoic said, you are worthy by nature, not because of what you do. You already are enough. You're allowed to start over. Life doesn't come with rules. You can restart at 20 or 60. You can let go of the old and build something new. Each breath is a new chance. Take it. The pain is part of the path. You think pain means something's wrong, but often pain means growth. The Stoics embraced discomfort. They saw it as a teacher. Don't avoid it. Learn from it. Real strength is soft. You think strength is cold, hard, tough. But real strength? It's calm. It's gentle. It's being kind. Even when you're hurting. Let go of who you used to be. You're growing. But part of you is stuck in who you were. Old habits. Old pain. The Stoics let go of the past. You must too. To feel free, to feel whole. Don't wait for the world to approve you. The world may never cheer for you. They may never understand. But your path is your own. Live it boldly. Live it with truth. Approval comes from within. Simplicity heals the soul. Too much, too fast, too loud. You're overwhelmed. Try less. Try slow. The Stoics live simple. And in simplicity, they found peace. You don't have to be who they expect. They gave you a role, a title, a path. But your soul wants more. It wants truth. It wants freedom. You don't owe anyone your silence. It's not too late. You may feel lost, but it's not the end. It's a new beginning. The Stoics believed each day is a gift. You're not too far gone. You're right on time. Stop apologizing for your light. You shrink. You stay quiet. Because they feel uncomfortable with your growth. But your light is not too much. It's their fear, not your fault. Shine anyway. You were not born to be caged. Routine, pressure, labels, they trap your spirit. But inside you is freedom, untouched, unbroken. The Stoics live with courage. So can you. Break the cage. Feelings are not facts. You feel unloved. You feel like a failure. But feelings change. They lie sometimes. The Stoic way? Don't obey every feeling. Question them. Challenge them. Look at what you're clinging to. The emptiness grows when you hold on too tight. To people, to things, to the past. The Stoics let go of what they couldn't control. You must too, if you want peace. No one is coming to save you. Waiting for a savior? Someone to fix it? It's not them. It's you. The Stoics taught self-leadership. Be the hero of your story. You already have what it takes. It's not about always being happy. You chase happiness. But the Stoics chase truth, purpose, peace. Happiness comes and goes. But peace, it stays. If you build it, talk to yourself like someone you love. You say the worst things to yourself. You'd never say them to a friend. Why say them to your own heart? Be kinder. You deserve it. Pain is not personal. You think life is against you. But pain isn't punishment. It's part of being human. The Stoics suffered, but didn't ask, why me? They asked, what now? Real freedom is inner calm. You can have money, cars, fame, and still be a prisoner. Freedom isn't out there. It's inside. Calm. Still, that's what the Stoics mastered. That's what you need. The empty you feel is calling you back to yourself. This emptiness, it's not a curse. It's a call back to your soul, back to truth, back to the life you were meant to live. You are not what broke you. Yes, you've been hurt. Yes, you've made mistakes. But you are not your pain. You are the one rising from it. The Stoics didn't define themselves by suffering. They defined themselves by strength. The world owes you nothing. That truth hurts, but it frees you. No one owes you love. No one owes you peace. So give those gifts to yourself. That's what the Stoics did. That's how they stayed strong. You can't heal in the same place you got sick. Some people, some habits, some environments will keep you empty. The Stoics walked away from what harmed their soul. So must you. Self-control is self-respect. You think control is about power, but real power is in saying no to your impulses, to your distractions. Discipline isn't punishment. It's self-love in motion. Most people don't know what they're chasing. Money, fame, likes. But why? What's the point? The Stoics ask this often. They chase virtue, not noise. Clarity, not confusion. Ask yourself, what do you really want? No one can hurt you without permission. They say words. They try to shame you. But the Stoics knew insults only stick if you let them. You decide what enters your mind. Time is the only real currency. Not dollars, not likes, not status. Time. And once it's gone, you can't get it back. Spend it wisely. Spend it on peace. Let the silence speak. We fill our lives with noise, scrolling, talking, but in silence, we hear our truth. The Stoics sat with silence, and in that stillness, they found their power. Who are you without the mask? The strong one, the smart one, the funny one, but underneath, who are you? The Stoics stripped away roles, until only the soul remained. Try that. The life you want begins with one brave step. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need everyone's support. You just need one thing. Courage. Take the first step, then another, and watch your emptiness fade. The greatest battles are silent. No one sees it. The war inside you, the nights you fight alone. But the Stoics knew, quiet battles build unshakable strength. You're not weak. You're becoming. Let go of who you were. That version of you, the scared one, the people pleaser, the lost soul, served a purpose. But you've outgrown them. The Stoics evolved daily. So can you. Let go to grow. Real strength is staying soft. The world hardens people, makes them cold. But the Stoics chose gentleness. Not weakness, but calm in a storm. Your softness is sacred. Keep it. You're not late. You're learning. Comparison will starve your soul. Their timeline is not yours. The Stoics didn't race life. They studied it. They grew at their pace. You are not behind. You're becoming. Your life is bigger than this moment. This pain, this struggle, it's not your whole story. It's just a chapter. The Stoics kept perspective. Zoom out. See the bigger picture. When you want to run, pause. Pain pushes us to escape. But Stoics didn't run. They faced it. They breathed through it. That pause, it's where healing begins. Peace begins with boundaries. You don't have to answer every call. You don't have to be everything for everyone. Say no. The Stoics protected their peace. You must protect yours. What you avoid controls you. You don't want to feel it, so you numb it. But the Stoics turned toward their fears, and by facing them, they found freedom. Face what hurts. You'll heal. Do it even if you're scared. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's movement through it. The Stoics acted, Not because they weren't afraid, but because the mission mattered more. You can too. The emptiness is your beginning. It feels dark. It feels hollow. But it's not the end. It's the start of your real life. The Stoics believed every breakdown was a door to break through. Walk through. Stop waiting for the world to validate you. They might never clap. They might never understand. The Stoics didn't wait for applause. They acted from purpose, not praise. You're already enough. Now act like it. Choose what you carry. Not everything deserves space in your soul. Not every wound must be held forever. The Stoics let go of pain, of pride, of poison. You must choose peace over the past. Heal loudly or quietly. Just heal. There's no right way. You don't have to perform your pain. You don't have to hide it either. The Stoics healed in silence, but with intention. You do what works. Just don't stay broken. The right people won't drain you. If they leave you empty, they are not for you. The Stoics chose wise company, people who sharpened them, not shattered them. So should you. Peace is a practice. It's not a place you find. It's something you build daily, with breath, with boundaries, with awareness. The Stoics practice peace like a skill. Train yours. Nothing grows in comfort. Comfort feels safe, but growth needs tension. You feel lost because your soul is stretching. The Stoics welcome discomfort. It shaped their greatness. Let it shape yours. Be proud of invisible progress. No one claps when you say no. No one sees the inner battles you win, but they matter. The Stoics praise private victories. So should you. You were built to endure. Don't forget who you are, what you've already survived. The Stoics didn't break. They bent. They endured storms, so they could teach the rest of us how. It's okay to outgrow who you loved. You can love them and leave them. The Stoics valued virtue over attachment. If it costs you peace, it's too expensive. You don't need to be saved. You need to awaken. No one's coming to rescue you, but the power is already inside. The Stoics didn't look outside for strength. They looked within. It's your time to awaken. Your healing begins with you. Strength doesn't look like what you think. It's not loud. It's not flashy. Strength is quiet. It's a choice to keep moving when everything tells you to stop. The Stoics weren't showy. They were steady. Your story isn't over yet. The ending isn't here. This moment doesn't define you. You still have chapters to write. The Stoics didn't let one bad day define a lifetime. Neither should you. Real power comes from letting go. You think you need control, but control is the biggest illusion. The Stoics knew real power is in letting go of expectations, of fear, of the past. Your mind is the ultimate tool, not your body, not your possessions. Your mind, what you believe shapes your world. The Stoics controlled their thoughts because they knew the mind controls everything. It's not about how much you have. It's about what you do with what you have. The Stoics lived simply, but they lived fully. You don't need more. You need to appreciate what's already yours. Fear is not your enemy. It's your teacher. Fear doesn't control you. Fear teaches you. It shows you where you need to grow. The Stoics didn't run from fear. They welcomed it. What does fear try and teach you? Stop chasing perfection. Embrace growth. Perfection is a trap. You'll never reach it. The Stoics didn't strive for perfection. They aimed for constant improvement. Start today, not because it's perfect, but because it's progress. Not everything deserves your energy. You're tired because you're fighting the wrong battles. Not everything needs your attention. The Stoics picked their fights wisely. Focus on what matters. Let go of the rest. Your peace is not for sale. People will try to steal your calm. Don't let them. The Stoics didn't let external chaos disrupt their peace. They protected it fiercely. You must protect yours. Your pain has purpose. It hurts now, but it is shaping you. The Stoics didn't waste pain. They learned from it. Every scar tells a story of survival, of growth, of strength. Your pain will have purpose. Trust the process.